Okay, let's take a look at a problem involving three unknowns. And it says the sum of three numbers is 44. The second number is 6 more than twice the first. The third number is 2 more than the sum of the first and second. Find the numbers. So here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to identify my variables. This x is going to be the first number. Y is going to be called the second number. And I'm going to make z, of course, the third number. Okay, so I've identified my variables. Now I'm going to write some sentences, some number sentences based on what they tell me about those. The sum of three numbers is 44. So I'm going to go ahead and first write this equation because it says that they have to add up to 44. There's 1. Okay? Now, the second number is, so I'm going to come over here and do this. Y is 6 more than twice the first. Now, I don't want to write this like that. I want to make sure that I have it in I want to make sure the variables are all on the left side and any of the constants are on the right. So I'm going to move my 2x over. This is part of me setting up my problem, and I'm going to go ahead and now write that over here. So I have a negative, I have negative 2x, okay, and then I have plus y. I don't have any z's there, so I'm just going to put a plus 0. You don't have to, but I'm going to go ahead and do that, and that's got to be equal, has to be equal, to 6. Right? Let's take a look at the next sentence. The third number, that's z, is 2 more than the sum of the first and second. The sum of the first and second. We know sum means addition, so 2 more than the sum of those. Well, the same thing is true with this one. I want to get all of the variables on the left side, and the constant can stay on the right. So that's going to look like this. Negative x minus y plus the z is going to equal 2. Now I've created my system of equations in 3 variables, and let's take a look at our process. I'm going to actually take this one and this one, the top and the bottom one, and I'm going to go ahead and eliminate, looks like I eliminate it looks like that when I add these together, it's actually going to eliminate both the x and the y. Now, I hadn't planned on that, but let's see what we get from that. So these two are going to end up creating 2z is equal to, looks like it's 46. So now, hadn't planned on this, but I want to continue with this one. I'm going to divide by 2, and I get that z is 23. So we have one of our numbers, 23. So let's take a look at what we can do with that now. If I know that z is 23, well, then I can put that back into one of my other equations. Let's take a look. Put that back into one of my other equations. Plus y plus 23 is equal to 44. And I have x plus y is equal to 21. Now, you notice that this equation over here didn't have a z, okay, and now this equation right here, right, I found it to be x plus y equals 21. I don't have a z, so I'm going to stack those two on top of each other. Minus 2x plus y is equal to 6. Now, let's see what we get with that. I'm going to go ahead and multiply, I'm just going to multiply the top one by negative. And let's go ahead and add those up. Okay, so I get that to go away. I get negative 3x is equal to, looks like it's a 15. And I divide by negative 3, I get x is, negative 15. I get x is 5. Alright, so I have z is 23, x is 5. Now, I'm going to be able to go back into the top equation up here, back up into the top equation up here, and refer back to the very first sentence that the sum of three numbers is 44. So I'm going to go ahead and say 5 plus, I don't know, plus 23 would have to be 44. And I see that y then would have to be, what is that, 16? Okay, so my three numbers are, let's go ahead and write these. My three numbers are 5, 16, and 23. There are my three numbers. Okie doke. Thanks for watching.